Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. How are you guys? How are you guys? So kindly give a like to the stream. If you join the stream, kindly give a like to the stream. So it's been a while. I even asked you where you are tuning in from. Where are you guys tuning in from? Where are you guys tuning in from? So I'm seeing some opportunities in the market this morning and some pairs. Where are you guys tuning in from? So where are you guys tuning in from? So let's do a quick. You are not going to. Where are you guys tuning in from? Good morning, everyone. Oh, it's been a while. It's been a long weekend. Like I see this weekend to be very long. Like it's been a long weekend for me. And one thing about this weekend too is like I just decided not to do anything. So I was just there. I was not doing anything. So the weekend has been very long for me. If you are doing something, time goes very fast. But if you are not doing anything, you feel like time is very like time is not running. Feeling like the weekend is very long for me. That's how I'm feeling. Okay, so Rainy, how are you? Hello. So the year is about to end. The year is almost about to end. So you don't have to be rushing. Just reserve everything. Reserve your energy for next year. I think that's the most important thing. Let's reserve our energy for next year. Are you seeing your USD card? Your pay. So yeah. So I was about to. Uh, so you guys remember last Friday, I analyzed Bitcoin. When I was analyzing Bitcoin, I was saying when Bitcoin was around this side, I said it's going to buy. Bitcoin was around. So you see, even if you are going to be an investor, you still need to analyze the market. That's the most. You still need to, yeah. If you are going to be a stock investor, you are going to be any investment, something related to the market, the money market. You need to understand how to read price action, stocks, bonds, everything. You need to learn how to read price action. So crypto market, even if you're going to sell the meme coins, you are going to buy and hold memes coin. You still have to learn price action. It is very, very important. You still need to learn price action. So I'm coming. So last time when price was around the side, I said Bitcoin is going to continue because it has made test and what lead that when Bitcoin was around that side. So try and analyze USD card and see. I don't know whether it's possible this morning to take a trade on it since it said it doesn't move. Benny.
Money, yeah.
Or you wait.
You can move on. Because the option.
So that means when you enter, you're going to be stuck in the trade.
Stuck in its I've tried before.
It's rained to the New York session. And it's similar to the US state. Those first two is the same thing. It opens. It normally having some move when the stock market opens. The US state and the Nasdaq and so we don't trade them during the lending session. Yeah, and look left, plain rain over there. So it's better you wait for the time volume comes into the market because you need volume to move the market. You can't move the market. So you better wait for volume to push price. That's very important. Even no matter how the setup is looking like, as you said, it's better you. Okay, so let's check the fundamentals and see whether there's going to be. So today is 9th of December. So I'm even thinking of next week. So let me check next week there. So today is 9th. So you don't have any high impact news today. You don't have any high impact news today. So let me in this month. Okay, so that means Tuesday you don't have any impact news on Tuesday. So on Wednesday is when you're going to be having high impact news. So the high impact news is going to happen around 1:30. YouTube, I hope you can hear me. Do you sell Starlink?
No, I don't say it personally, but one of my guys.
How much is it?
Yes, last time I was telling me 6,500.
I want to get one, but if you reduce it,
Yes.
okay. I want to get one because this network it's not help. I think with that one, the network is stable, right? Because if I want to continue
Then,
the live, then I think I have to get Starlink. Because this MTN, yeah,
let me get it from the phone.
yeah,
And yeah, and I'll get you the feedback.
uh, talk to me.
Okay.
Okay, so Wednesday we don't have. So Wednesday we are going to be having high impact news during 1:30 CPI, CPI. So that means next week too we are going to be having retail sold. So Thursday to Thursday you don't have you haven't CHF news. So now we are very cautious of the news event during the learning session. The CHFs, the euro, and the pound. You are very, very cautious these days. So if you lose in the market, it is not just you lost, but it's a lesson or you learn something. So now we are going to pay attention to the CHF. We have now noticed that those news events really distracting. So we need to pay attention to them. Let me check next week to Monday. Wow, PMI. Thursday, Tuesday too. We're going to be having. Wow, so next 2 weeks is going to be a lot of news events. So yeah, the retail sales, because CPI, when CPI is released, then the following week is going to be retail sales. So next week Friday, next 2 weeks Friday, we are going to be having retail sales. Yeah, so let's focus on this week. So this week today we don't have any high impact news. Tomorrow too we don't have. So only the high impact news is going to be happening on Wednesday. And lending with Wednesday too, we are not going to be having high impact news during the lending section. Okay, so let's focus on the analysis patterns. So let's see. Why so the pair I'm analyzing is GB at the monthly time frame. We are going to be having various resistance levels over here. On the monthly time frame, we're having this resistance over here. We're having this various support levels over here. The monthly resistance support levels, I think this one is no more valid anymore. So this is the support we are having. Okay, so these are the various range on the monthly time frame. So that means on the monthly, so with the week as if I think you are going to be expecting more downward move. So that's the only thing we're going to be looking at the monthly time frame, the various valid. So I think this one too, we need to what? We need to indicate or we need to plot out this support level too. So the various support level. Okay, so these are the various levels. These are the various supports and resistance. So this one price is still in what? The monthly time frame price is an uptrend. Price move up, made a retest. You get it? Price is currently an uptrend. Moving to the weekly time frame. downtrend. So as price made a retest, you're expecting price to what? Continue. You get it? You're expecting price to continue. So these are the various. So the weekly time frame, yeah. So this is the various. If price is pulling back, I think this level is also valid for price to pull back on. Price has broken through the zone. Price has broken through the zone. You're expecting a retest on this one. So it's what the way the candle, you can see it very well that we are seeing an indecision, like the candle has formed like an indecision candle. You get it? It's an indecision candle resistance. Okay, so if you look at the weekly time frame, the weekly time frame is a downtrend. You get it? The weekly time frame is a downtrend. So price is currently, you see this week over here. So I'm expecting this week to fill because now price has retested on the weekly. So the weekly time frame is a downtrend. Looking at the daily time frame. So the daily time frame, price has what? The support level over here, the daily time frame. So the daily time frame too is an uptrend. You get it? But you can see the candle has what? If you read the candle structure, you can see the candle has broken below the dip of the candle has been broken. The dip of the candle is currently an uptrend. If you can see it very well, the daily time frame is an uptrend. If you look at the H4 time frame, the H4 time frame is a downtrend. So as I indicated at that time, I'm having two setups. I'm having my A plus setup and B setup. So A plus setup is when the daily time frame trend. So mostly I'm a trend trader. So when the daily time frame trend and the H4 time frame trend are in line, I mostly classify, or I mostly consider it to be what? A plus setup. But when only the H4 is what? When I'm following only the H4 time frame, I normally consider it to be what? B setup. Okay, so if you watch this H4 candle, if you watch this ongoing H4 candle, you can see it clearly that what the candle opens with no wick at the bottom. We can know this one. So this is the various ranges in case maybe you want to take a sell. If you are following the H4 trend, then I think this one, the moment this one starts flipping, you get it, the moment this one starts flipping, because the H4 time frame is clearly what? A downtrend. Price made an, what are you expecting? But looking at the risk to reward on this trade, the risk to reward is very small. The risk reward is very small, and this is not my A plus setup. In case maybe if I want to take a sell, this is not A plus setup. So this one I consider it to be B plus setup. You get it? So the reason is because the reason is what? Only the H4 trend that I'm going to be what? Executing trade on. Only, I don't know. So prices of late this December, I don't know, like you can see the trend, like even when the daily and H4 are in the same direction, if you take a trade, like price will retrace on you. So you see, it is part of the market dynamics. Okay, so this weekends I dedicated more time learning about working on the psychology part, because one thing I've noticed is for me now I don't need to go and learn any technical skills. I just need to what master my mindset and understand the reality about the game. So this weekend I was really mastering the psychology part of trading. I was learning about the reality about the market, and I noticed that's the nature of the market. We have less control about how the market moves. And as I've been saying always, that if you're having an edge in the market, doesn't mean if you input a trade, it needs to automatically move in your favor. You get it? It's all about game of chances and it's all about probabilities. So you need to, anytime you are inputting a trade, mostly this the mistakes most beginners do. So in case maybe they are following someone who is having an experience in the market, they think like the person is having control over the market. So the moment you give out signals, so it should automatically move in your favor. So please, one thing you need to know is what the only way you are going to be surviving in this game is what risk management. You don't have to go in, like you don't have to go all out. You have to make sure you are managing the risks. You are managing risks in order to be able to play the game long term. Okay. So anytime you are inputting a trade, risk management should be very, very important. Don't lose all your money on one trade, or don't risk all your money on one trade. And as I've been saying always, it depends on the person. It depends on the individual. If you think maybe if you risk all in, or like maybe with your account, if you risk everything in the account and you get something, like you get it back the following day, I think you can. Risk management is subjective. Okay, it depends on the individual or it depends on the trader. So if you think maybe you're having $1,000 accounts and you can use everything to what to risk on one trade or to bet on one trade, and I think it's okay. But you need to make sure you are risking something that you are not going to be annoyed or you are not going to be worried about. Okay, always you need to be, so we have something, we have a book called Trading in the Zone. You need to trade, you need to take a trade which is within your zone. Okay, when it comes to your risks, make sure you are trading within your zone. When it comes to your strategy, make sure you are trading something within your zone. So your zone means what? Something you've seen it happening over and over again. So you need to make sure you are what considering all these things. It is very, very important. Risk management is very, very important. If you factor risk management, I think things is going to be very easy for you. So this where you're analyzing is GBP USD. So this is what I'm thinking about. Flip. The risk reward is very small as compared to the risk. You get it? The reward is very small as compared. So if you are risking, the risk is let's say 30 pips. It's even going to be more than 30 pips. And the reward, the initial reward, if you look at the daily time frame, so the daily time frame is a counter trend. So you are trying to trade with the H4 trend. Okay. So you are trying to trade with the H4 trend. I think the reward is not something that worth taking. You get it? The reward is not something that worth taking. So unless maybe this one start flipping bearish before you can what? Before you can take a sell. But it is not something worth taking. So the reward is very comparing the reward to the risk. I think it's not something, because you are trying to counter trend the daily time frame. The daily time frame is what? If you look at the daily time frame, the daily time frame, you get it. So if you look at the H4 time frame though is a downtrend. By looking at the daily time frame, is a an uptrend. So going in for a sell, So the H1 time frame too is a downtrend. The 30 minutes is what? A downtrend. So today it's Monday. I don't want to be taking an aggressive trade. So I have to before you get it. I'm not going to be going in aggressively, and perhaps to the month you are in is not something you need to be going in aggressive. It is not a month that you need to be going in aggressive because in this month really is to be aggressive. So looking at the H1 time frame, the H1 looks good. The H1 looks good, so 13 pips. If we're focusing on the H1 time frame, it is giving you a hand. Okay, you need to make sure it is giving you a hand before. But this is a counter trend trade. Okay, so I think I'll be very slow. I'll be patient to see clarity before I even execute a trade on this one. Because currently price has gotten to this strong area of interest. You get it? Price has gotten to this strong area of interest. But as I said, mostly my A plus setup is when the daily and H4 trend is in the same direction. Okay. So we still have an eye on GBP USD. So let's look at USD card. So Brenny, the thing is flipping. It's let me check the risk reward. 30 pips. So this one to the risk reward is not something. So as you said, follow your plan. Don't be in rush because this is USD card. Most of the volumes are coming from the New York. So don't be tricked to enter the market and you're going to be stuck. And I think it's even high. So you just allow it. Yeah, just allow it. So let's analyze everything afresh and let's see. So this is the kind.
To definitely pull back.
Yeah, so wait for the pullback.
Yeah, so that's.
But are you seeing the monthly, how the monthly candle open?
Yeah.
So this will be a very tricky trade. So looking at the
Okay, you understand.
I think it was only the monthly time frame that formed it. The weekly time frame opened with a wick. And the weekly high too has been broken. So let's check the monthly. So the monthly zones are these ones. So these are the monthly zones. So looking at the time frame, reanalyzing the candlestick anatomy, the candle. So mostly when it happens like that, you need to what you are expecting a pullback at the lower time frames. But this is monthly time frame, and looking at the weekly time frame too, I'm seeing the weekly time frame opens with a surprise because we just started. Okay, this is the second week, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
it's normal. It's normal. So I think the focusing on the monthly candle is not important. We need to focus on the weekly candle. So this is the only thing you are going to be checking it out on the weekly time frame. Time frame, this is the zone you are going to be focusing on. So moving to the weekly time frame. So at the weekly frame, I think all the time frames are uptrend. The weekly time frame is an uptrend, and this is the trade you guys were looking out to for last week. I think the clarity came when this one broke out. So the weekly time frame too is an uptrend. So price may higher low, higher high. So the weekly time frame is an uptrend. The high of the previous candle has been broken. The high of the previous candle too has been broken. So these are the various levels. So you're having another level over here. So these are the various levels at the weekly time frame. So if price is pulling up, if price is heading up, the chances that price is going to get rejected. The moment this candle tried pulling up, price moving up, it got rejected by this level and price decided to come back again. So if you look left, you can see that the point you look at your left, a rejection. There was a rejection over here. You get it? There was a rejection over here. So it's the same market price. This is the current market price. So if price is pulling back side to, the chances that you are going to get rejection is very high. You get it? So because if you are looking, as I'm saying, as this one was moving up, when this one was moving up, price broke through the level. Okay, so if you look left to, we are having another same rejection level. So the moment price gets to this side, it's going to get rejected. This is the weekly time frame. So that's why we are paying much attention to that, because mostly the high time frame levels are going to be rejected most of the times. Price is going to get rejected most of the times at the higher time frame. So we need to pay attention to them. So when you move to the daily, so the weekly time frame, after identifying the various levels that the levels that price is going to get rejected on, we check the trend too. So the trend is an uptrend at the weekly time frame. So moving to the daily time frame. So what's the trend for the daily card? So moving to the daily time frame. So now you've noticed that the weekly time frame is an uptrend. Looking at the daily time, looking at the daily time frame too. So let's look left and identify the various levels. That anytime price will get a hidden current market price. So it looks like price has broken through the various levels. So normally you use different color to represent those levels. So you can see price has broken through the level. So all the time frames. So the best position you put yourself is when you are trading, when all the time frames, when all the the standard time frames are in the same direction. The chances that price is going to move in your favor is very high. So listen, I said the chances. I didn't say exactly price is going to move in your favor, because I've seen this thing happening before. When you took Euro card, when all the time frame was in the same direction, and yes, the price decided I'm not going to move. So that's when I even noticed, or I saw the relevance of what risk management. So your system, everything, you analyze the market and you might think everything, this market should move in your favor. There's nothing this market shouldn't move in your favor. So the moment you underestimate risk management, you are going to lose all your accounts. So you need to always cherish shorts. You need to always esteem risk management, no matter how good the setup is, no matter how 100% accurate you believe in your strategy. You still need to what? Need to price it So the zone is 57 pips. So the weekly. So now you've noticed that the weekly time frame is what an uptrend. The daily time frame too is as well an uptrend. So if you look at the weekly time frame, the candle tip has been broken. The tip of the candle has been broken. If you look at the daily time frame too, the daily time frame, the tip of the daily time frame too has been broken. You get it? So all the time frames, all the highs and the lows, the highs has been broken, confirming that the trend is going to continue. You get it? So moving to the H4 time frame. So currently, broken out from that. Previously it was resistance, now tends towards support. Price has broken through, but if you check where currently price a pullback to be close to the area of interest, or to be close to the rejection level. If you look left, you don't have any price action. It's like maybe the pairs that we are having active, one of the currencies is active during the lending session, you would have what, find an entry and take a buy. Okay, find an entry and take a buy. Looking at this pair, this is USD card. The time of the day is very important. Okay, the time of the day is very important, and you need to understand the participants, the major market players. So during this time, USD card is not active. USD is not active. The card too is not active. Both of the pairs are not active during the lending session. You get it? So, and when it comes to the market, the forex market, we have players, we have participants, we have major players who move the market. Okay, they move the exchange rate. So if those participants are not active during that time, no matter how good you've analyzed, no matter how like you are repeating a setup that you have executed like 100 years, if you don't have those players, if you don't have those major players in the market is still going to what, not move in your favor. You get it? So you have major market participants or major market players who move the market. So you need to always pay attention to those things. The time of the day is very important. The time of the day. So USD card is looking good. You get it? USD card is looking. The weekly time frame is pointing up to the extent of I think the monthly time frame. Imagine the monthly time frame is uptrend, the weekly time frame is an uptrend, daily time frame. So if you look at the weekly time frame, the high has been broken. You get it? So candle structure too is an uptrend. Looking at the daily time frame, the daily time frame pattern structure is an uptrend. Candle structure too is what? An uptrend. So looking at the H4 time frame, so all the time frames are pointing up. So this is this with this kind of setup, I call it what, my A plus setup. Okay, because all the time frames are pointing up. So when you see something of this sort, when all the time frames are pointing up, one mistake you do as a trader is what, trying to take a sell. You are just going to what? You are just going to lose. The chances that you are going to lose is very high. So all the time frame, monthly uptrend, daily trend, uptrend, candle structure, uptrend, H4 pattern structure, uptrend, candle structure, uptrend. All the time frames are pointing up. So when you see something of this sort, what you do is what? Just look for an entry. Okay. So this is the various area of interest. So maybe if price back to this side, you can look for what? An entry and going for a sell. You better look for a setup. So last time I was saying something about if you lose list, you need to consider to examine your trade. So if you lose a trade, you have to first of all check, did you trade during news events? Maybe when you traded, there was a high impact news, you didn't maybe pay attention to. So you need to first of all, if you are reflecting on your trade that you've taken, or if you are checking, if you are going back to your trade that you've taken, you need to go to the fundamentals and check it out. Whether maybe the time you were trading, there was this red folders you didn't pay attention to. So you need to check, was there any red folder you didn't pay attention to? So if you check, then there was no red folder, or when there was a red folder, then you need to consider maybe it was a bad decision you took. Okay, but if there was no red folder, that means you did the right thing, but maybe so you did the right thing. Okay, then after checking the fundamentals, noticing that maybe there was no red folder, you need to check the trend, and especially you need to pay attention to not any other time frame, that H4 time frame. Even if you are going to ignore any other time frame, don't ignore the H4 trend. I'm giving you a pro tip. Don't ignore the H4 trend. Okay, so you need to check the trend. Know how to read the market. Know how to read the trend. Okay, so if you check, especially if I look at this one and I notice, and I took a buy, I noticed maybe the fundamentals, there was no high impact means. If I check the H4 trend, the trend was also in my favor. Then maybe it was just a market condition. So that's how mostly I check my entries, because I've been taking the same setup over and over again, and I've won more than what I lose. Okay, when I take trades like that, I win more than what I lose. So I'll factor the fundamentals. I check the trend at the H4 time frame, and if I notice all those things were I did the right thing in all these things, and I think maybe it's just the market condition. And one thing too, after checking the fundamentals, checking the trend, make sure you are not going to trade in the middle of a range. Okay, make sure you are not going to take a trade in the middle of a range. Always make sure you are trading on a higher time frame levels. If you trade in the middle of a range, mostly the chances that price is going to pull back on you, especially even though the trend is an uptrend, price might get to this level. Okay, so this is what I consider in the middle of the range. In the middle of the range, in the sense that from where the current market price is, okay, you get it. It's far from it. Price is going to pull back. It's going to what? It's going to demand a lot of pips for price to pull back on this, for price to get to the range. So you need to consider that one too. It's very, very important. Ask yourself, are you trading in the middle of the range? Because I've really tested this one out, and I've seen that if price has moved far from the area of interest, the chances that if price refuses to get to the next area of interest, the chance that price will pull back on you is very high. So you need to always factor that thing. You need to always consider that thing. Okay, make sure you are not taking a trade in the middle of a range. So these are my 3 things I check. These are my checklist. I check the fundamentals, I check the trend, I check where I took the trade, the level that I took the trade. If everything is checked and yes, the trade went in my favor, I will consider it to be just maybe market dynamics. The probability or the chances wasn't in my favor then. You get it? The chances wasn't in my favor then. Okay. So you see, as we consider the time, and you see price is now currently pulling back. So when it comes to this trade setup, the chances that price is going to be ranging, pulling back on this level, is going to be hovering around this or taking off. So I've given you all the tips. I said you consider if you lose a trade, if you are trying to do your back test or find out why maybe you lost the trade, first of all, consider the economic calendar. Ask yourself, did you trade during news events? When you were trading, was there any news event? So if you check then there was no news event, then I think you did the right thing. And again, to consider what the trend, especially I've given you the time frame trend. Consider the H4 trend. When you were trading, was the trend in your favor? The H4 trend, was it in your favor? If you consider then the trend was in your favor, then what, you did the right thing. And again, to make sure you are not going to take a trade in the middle of a trade where what, from your current market, from the rejectional level to where you enter the trade, make sure it is not far from each other. Experience, we noticed that because the timing wasn't favorable, price is going to pull back. So everything is based on experience when it comes to the market. We said it over here that since the timing is very bad, the US is not active, the CAT2 is not active, the chances that you are going to be getting a pullback the chances is very high. And exactly we are seeing it over here that price is pulling back. So the lending session hasn't started yet. You have like 30 minutes for the lending session to start. So you see the pullback that price is doing. So you can wait. You need to wait for the pullback. You need to wait when the starts. So let's check USD Let me check GBP. So I don't know, careful these days. I'm not just going to be entering a trade anyhow, because price action is really rough these days. So you need to be very careful when you are entering trade. You need to make sure all the setups are aligned before you take a trade. So let's look at USD CHF. The USD CHF was a pair that I was below this side. But what happened is what, price just broke out. Okay, just price broke out. So if you look at the monthly time frame, for instance, we're having this resistance over here. So we're having this resistance over here at the monthly time frame. And this is the various rejectional level too at the support level. This is the various rejectional level. So looking at the weekly time frame, this is the resistance level at the weekly time frame. We're having support level too at the weekly time frame. So the weekly time frame, what's the trend for the weekly time frame? You can see the trend is what? An uptrend at the weekly time frame. Price was initially doing price was a downtrend, made lower low, lower high, lower low. Price is an uptrend. You get it? Price tends to an uptrend. Price broke out, made a retest. Price broke out, made a retest. So currently the uptrend at the weekly time frame. The trend is an uptrend at the weekly time frame. So looking at the daily time frame. So if price is pulling back, you get it? If price is going to pullback, we're expecting a pullback to this. You get it? So that's the weekly time frame, and as you know, the weekly time frame is really going to take a very long time for it to manifest. So you always don't pay much attention to that, but you need to consider the various levels. The levels are very important, so we consider the levels too as well. So moving to the daily time frame, Going to the daily time frame. So if now you know that the weekly time frame is an uptrend, what's the daily time frame trend? So the trend was what? Price broke out. Price broke out, made a retest, price broke out, made a retest, price has broken out. It's clearly over here. You can see the various rejectional levels. This is the daily. So at the daily time frame, these are the various rejectional levels. If price is pulling back, that is something that you need to pay attention to. It's something that you need to pay attention to. The previous candle has been broken. The candle tip has been broken. You get it? So you need to pay attention to that. And one thing I'm seeing of okay, the body of the candle needs to fill this wick. You can see mostly it's unusual if price leave a long wick over here. Okay, so something unusual. Price is not supposed. This is not the how price is supposed to move more often. Price is supposed to what give a body. By the moment you see a long exhaustion candle, the chances that price needs to what the following candle needs to first whole wick to get filled. So this exhaustion candle to get filled. So the daily time frame, the trend, the weekly time frame trend is what? An uptrend. So as I stated earlier, this is a point, this is where price is was a down uptrend again. The moment this swing broke, price will continue. So the daily time frame trend is an uptrend. So let's move to the H4 time frame. So it would have been a nice setup, like a bearish price decided to break out from the zone. Normally, that's what now it happens. The moment USD CHF is going to give a nice opportunity, and something will just pop up. That's the nature of what USD CHF. But all the same, we just have to be patient. So buy on what USD CHF. I will not love to take this buy. Okay, even though the trend is what an uptrend, I will not love to take this buy. I will not love to take this 9 pips. Considering, so where will I place my stop loss? So even if I'm placing my stop loss over here, it's close to what the target. Okay, it's close to the target. So the best you can do if you are focusing on, and I think I have to focus on even the A plus setup. I have to focus on the A plus setup. So even if you are focusing on the H4 trend, you need to wait for price to get rejected at this level. You need to wait for price to. I think the sell is what looks good. I'd like to take a sell, but since the H4 trend has shifted to what an uptrend, I need to wait for a market structure. I need to wait for a structure. Okay, I need to wait for a shift in trend. So the trend is going to shift when it breaks this one, which is going to what? Invalidate. If the trend comes to this side, this is the point the trend is going to shift. Okay. Other than that, unless price would give us a price at this point, even if price what break trend, I don't think I don't think maybe the sell is ready now. Okay, for me the sell is not ready now, unless maybe I see a shift in trend at the H4 time frame before I go in for what a sell. But the daily time frame is looking good for a sell if it starts flipping. But I would love to what see a shift in structure at the H4 time frame. If I've not seen a shift in structure at the H4 time frame, I'm not going to be executing a sell. So first of all, I need to see a shift in structure, because if you are taking a sell within this, if you are taking a sell within this area, yes, if I'm going to take a sell within areas, price is going to move in favor is high as compared to my losses. So he said, you see, I said the chances. So I still consider risk management. The chances, it's all about probability. So if you execute a trade, don't just say that by hook or crook this price needs to move in my favor. That is not how the market works. You get it? That's not how the market works. So I said I'm going to wait for a market structure, something like this. The moment it breaks, then I'll consider looking for what is going to be my first take profit. But if mostly the other time frames are in the same direction, I normally consider the daily time frame rejectional level for my take profit. I think the take profit is going to be wide. Yeah. But first of all, I have to see a shift in trend to be around 56 pips. So the range is very big. The range is big. So that's what I'm going to be considering. A shift in structure at the H4 time frame. I will not love taking a sell. So as I said, even though it can, since it has broken out, it can get to this side, but I'm not interested in the buy because the pip range is very small. The pip range is like 8 pips. Considering my stop loss, it is not something that the risk is always lesser than your reward. It's very, very important. So let's check out gold and see. Wow, see the barcode. Gold structure is not looking good. Time frame and the monthly time frame, you're having this. Looking at the weekly time frame, so I'm going to trade Euro card again. Look at, I don't think I'll be trading it again. So let's analyze Euro card and see, because it's the spread is very wide on it. The spread is very wide, and if price is pulling back on you, the chances that you are going to be stopped out before it moves in your favor is very high. This is the various rejectional levels. So if you look at the monthly time frame, you're having this rejectional level over here. Time frame. So looking at the weekly time frame, you get it. Price is trying to pull back. So this is the various rejectional level. This is the various rejectional level at the monthly time frame. Daily time frame. So someone is saying can you analyze DPCHF? Okay, I'll consider that for you. So the daily time frame is, so the daily time frame too is what? An uptrend. So if price clarity, so I think the best is wait for price above this one to align with the daily time frame. If price above this one, I think it will be good buy. Yeah, it will be a good buy. So if price breaks above this left, so taking a buy, yeah, it's going to look good if something of that sort happens. So on Eurocard, I would advise, if you wait for price to break above this one, then we're going for a buy. Then we're going for a buy. I think it will be a nice idea. So something of this, if price break above this one, then we're going for a buy on Eurocard. So someone is saying GBPCHF. Well, we trade on this pair some time ago. So GBPCF. So various rejectional levels. So you see how the candle has started. Let me check out the monthly time frame before. So we're having resistance. So looking at the weekly time frame. So at the weekly time frame, like kind of range, you can see consolidation in what? A consolidation. You get it? So if you're having a support tool over here at this level, so you're having another rejectional level too at this level. My price is still is like, if you look at it, can see it's what a downtrend. Price was making highs, lows, highs. By the moment the candle, so this candle broke below this one, it tends towards the time frame trend doesn't look good. So the daily time frame trend is looking like a downtrend. So price action. So the daily time frame. So one thing I'm seeing about the daily candle is what I'm seeing price can just pull back because the candle formed with no wick at the bottom. Okay, so December, when it is December, you need to be very careful when it comes to execution because we are seeing like the end of the year, so candles are not moving massively, or you are not seeing clarity in price action. So it looks like it opens with a wick, but the wick is not that. I'm not seeing the clarity in the wick. By the daily time frame, if you change it to a line chart, you can see it is a downtrend. Price move having the support over here. You're having the support over here. Very, very bad, very terrible. Price action over here is very terrible. So these are the times that mostly, if you are not getting a trade, if you are someone who is always like interested in getting a trade, these are the times that maybe your emotions start setting in. You feel like you are not doing something, like you feel like you have to take trades, because things are not looking good over here. Things are really, really very bad. Shitty price action. So the person currently price is heading towards what a rejectional level. You get it? So I'll take a buy only when price break above this one. When price break above this one, that is buy. So when price break above this one, then I'll go in for a buy. Buy. Price action is there's no clarity action. Okay, so that is GBPCHF. But as I said at that time, when you are trading, the pair you trade to is very important. Please consider GBP is open during the lending session. CHF is also open during the lending session. So mostly you can see, if you look at your if you look at the past data, you can see price hasn't been moving massively like that. It doesn't normally it doesn't move massively like that. You can see consolidation. because mostly during the learning session they are all active during the New York session. So you need to pay attention to the currency you are trading. You need to pay attention to the currency you are trading. If you trade a currency where most of the times but not active during the lending session, or when they are all active during the lending session, you normally see consolidation. So you can see what price action was doing over here, kind of consolidating equal highs and equal lows. So you need to be very patient on GBP. So wait for price to break a small range over here. Yeah, so GBP USD has been invalidated. So this structure looks the same thing as it looks the same as the trade I took. The last trade I took on GBP, was it on this trade? I think it was on this trade also. So the last trade I took on GBP USD, where was it? Was it this one? I remember the last trade I took, the GBP USD trade I took last. And it later came down. I forgot, unless I check my data. Yeah, so unless I check my data before I'll be able to see it. So let's try and let's see. So looking at gold, as I said, the monthly time frame is an uptrend. Looking at the weekly time frame, the weekly time frame trend too is what? The weekly time frame trend is currently what? An uptrend. So these are the various rejectional level at the weekly time frame. So these are the various rejectional levels. So moving to the daily time frame, wow. So price action this week, you still have to be calm. You have more days ahead. You have like 4 trading days ahead. So looking at the daily time frame, so the daily time frame is currently what? Consolidating. If you look at the weekly trend, so the weekly trend, I would say it's what? A downtrend. Price was made. You see, it created a trend. So looking at the daily frame, the daily time frame trend is not looking good at all. The daily time frame is not looking good at all. You are not what a breakout from this zone. If price breakout from the zone, let's look at the H4 time frame. You see, see price action at the H4 time frame. The best times to trade. Looking at the H4 time frame, directional level. Allow price to break above this one. If price break above this one, I think it will be good for a buy. You see, it is close to of interest too as well. It's good. So if price break above this one, I think you need to take advantage of. But before that, you need to wait for price to break above. You need to wait for price to break above before you go in for a buy. As I said, I'm going to be focusing solely on USDCHF. I'm going to be focusing solely Asian session. I don't know why price even broke above this one. I think it would have been a good sell. But first of all, you need to wait for a shift in trend because this zone is very strong. If you move at the daily time frame, you can see that this zone is very strong. So this zone is very strong. So you need to wait for what? We need to wait for a shift in trend, as I indicated earlier, before we go in for a buy. Okay, before you go in for a buy. So you have like 1 minute for blending to open. We have like 1 minute for blending to open. Okay. Yeah, so let me tell you this thing. I was having this my FX book. So those who are starting out, I will advise you to start keeping track of your trades. So you have to link your account with my FX book. Okay, you have to link so I just noticed this weekend I forgot my password. So if you open my FX book, you can see I even saw my the account I've managed before. So these are my portfolio, my 2022 or 2023 portfolio. Those times I wasn't profitable. I wasn't profitable then, but I think looking at it now, yeah. So these are my various accounts. So this was my past account that was 20. So it is very important. So try and link your account to my FX books. So Brenny, if you are here, so that even like if you grow as a trader, you can reflect when you are like checking your past trades, you can check your past performance. So this was my 2023 performance. So January 2023, I was first month drawdown, second month negative drawdown. By those times, I was really paying attention to risk management so much, but it wasn't like I wasn't aware of what I was doing, but yes, I was keeping track of. So April, I think it was April that I stopped trading the account. So these are my performance 2023, 2022. This was my 2022 April, January, February, March. So try and link your account to those my FX books, my FX book, and track your performance. So I've even linked my funding account to that. So you guys can see the first phase of my account. So the first phase of the account. So all the months were winning months. May, June, July. They were all winning months. May was 1.25. June was close to 2%. July was where the account took off up. So if you are starting out, try and link your account to FX, my FX, so that you can go back. If you grow as a trader, you can go back and reflect on your past performance. So this was also the second phase. Yeah, so when I started account, the first month, August, but September, October. So September, October was it was a good month. It was really, really a good month. So when we started the funding, I think that's where the problem is now, currently. Yeah, so this is the current performance now. Yeah, so May was a profitable month. Okay, this was yeah, so November, December hasn't been good for me. October was a good month, but November, December hasn't been a good month. So you can see from 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 okay, May, June, July. From May, June, July, it was really a good month. So from May, June, July, August, September, October, the points where everything started being rough was November, December. So November, December is where everything just so November, December. But the rest from May to what? May, June, July, August, September. Those months was very good. It was all profitable months. But when we entered November, I think November we could have even been profitable, but I think one or two things that stopped us from coming out profitable during November. So I think we went into drawdown like just less than a percent. But the rest, November, December hasn't been good. November, December hasn't been good months so far. November, December. Just open it and link it to you can even link your personal account. So with this one, what it will do to you is what you can even check your account, check your performance or credential to the person. The person can have a look at your performance. You can get funded over there. So it's very, very important. So please take a look at gold very strain looming. So begin at the moment you see a single level. So taking a if you are taking a sell, are you taking a sell? Why are you taking a sell? uptrend. 30 minutes is an uptrend. Each one is an uptrend. So why do you want to take a sell? Think about a sell. So don't be the first. Don't there was no reward. There was no reward being entering trades at the first time. You need to always make sure price has what's giving you a signal. Price is not giving you a signal and you want to take a sell. Price is not giving you any signal and you want to take a sell. Why do you want to take a sell? So I think USD card will align during the lending New York session. For the lovers of USD card. Yeah, so Richie, how are you? What's up?
Good. So I'm feeling lost here.
Yeah, same here. With you, or you didn't get any profit on it?
Nah, I'm not profitable yet. Yeah, everything.
But I hope you are seeing improvement in your like your trading. So far as break even, I went to break even like 2 years and I was still in break even. So break even stage is mostly the toughest stage to get us from. Oh yeah. So trading. Yeah, you're in drawdown.
Yeah. So if you want to put your profit and then you stop trading, so that yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So trading, if you are starting out, it's in cycles. Stage, you'll be losing. You don't know the strategy. You don't have any edge. You don't have any system. No edge. I remember when I started out, I knew that as I'm coming to you are trying to figure out your edge, then back and forth. So at that stage, you are just losing. Losing stage, you lose that one, you lose. That's when mostly people get tested. A lot of traders get tested. So losing stage, then you come to break even stage. But when you get to break even stage normally it takes a long time because with that stage, that is the moment you are trying to figure out. Like it looks like your system, you are getting a system, you are not getting a system, you are getting a system, you are not getting a system. But the moment you break out from the break even stage, then what? Profit stage. By the profit stage, most of the times, We strive for systems. We strive for strategies. So after being profitable, you are now going to work on your mindset. You are not going to be feeling emotional when you lose a trade, trying to understand the reality about the game. So profitable state too comes with a lot of time. You need to learn the risk management part and those stuff. So I was discovered it. So try to build your mindset to be like with this channel, Profit Academy. The guy talks about psychology talks about the guy talks more about psychology. So it's a faceless channel. Why the network is slow. It's a faceless channel. He talks more about psychology. So Profit Academy. It's a nice channel to build yourself on understanding the reality about the game and those stuff. It's a faceless channel. So you can build yourself on the psychology because it needs to go in your favor. It talks about psychology. It's more about psychology. So I just discovered it, and I think I've even put in the channel on a notification. Anytime it drops, I just got notified. So your mindset, you need to understand the mindset. So you see, a lot of people blow their account because they think every trade should go in their favor. The moment, so now let me tell you the fact about my journey now. Now trading is one of the easy to work on. Like trading is now second. Like I'm not putting much effort into it because I've gotten my system and everything. So I'm going to be learning more about the crypto too. I have to learn more about crypto, how the crypto market also works. So Forex is secondary to me now. You get it? It's secondary to me. So I'm going to be learning more about the cryptocurrency too as well. To see how it works. So it's mostly when it comes to the technical analysis is mostly the same, but the difference in some of the terminologies and those stuffs. Some of the terminologies and those stuffs, that's what's going to be different. So you see, get your strategy, understanding the relative of the game. That's all. Trading becomes secondary. Trading the forex market becomes secondary. So as I told you earlier, those times when I wake up, like my heart will beat. I know exactly, Charlie, I am going to lose, but I'll still calm. I was still calm. So it's all about being resilient. Those who are resilient and they don't give a shit, or they don't give a fuck about their losses. They don't give a. Those are the people that are going to win at the end. By the moment you you set money before everything, you will never get to your destination. That's trading for you. You will never get to your destination. So take it slowly. Understand it's a new career, it's a new profession you are trying to. So give yourself like 5 years. Be consistent. Follow someone who is seeing consistency. Yeah, I bet you. Give yourself like 3 years, 5 years. You are going to like. You are going to be surprised. You are going to see results. But first of all, you need to be patient and all. You need to put in the work by watching the chart every day. Don't skip a day without watching the chart. Don't skip a day. There shouldn't be a trading day without watching the chart. You need to watch the chart every day. That's when you are going to be confident and comfortable executing a trade. You get it? Because the same thing, so USD card trade, for instance, this thing we have seen it happening over. So tell me, someone should tell me, those who have been here for long, we have seen this thing happening over and over. It is USD, GBP USD. It's the same trade. So it's the same thing that happens. So you are going to be very confident and comfortable taking trades when you have executed the same thing over and over and over and over. So I'm telling you guys that next year we are going to make a massive. One thing I noticed about this system next year. So I hope I've showed you my FX books, and the only time that we went to draw down is returns. Next year we are really going to see good returns. No cap. So it's all about showing up every day. Sometimes it's very depressing and discouraging, but keep on showing up, keep on showing up, keep on showing up. Some people actually they came in to give, like, they want to why they give up. If you're having a job, be trading them account. No one told me I should buy it. I remember those times my colleagues, those my area boys used to, they were buying profit. I knew I wasn't profitable. I didn't buy. Automatic looks like, because the moment you start seeing things happening over and over again, you see the chart, the same thing is happening over and over again. You notice that things have started clicking. You notice that within you, you notice that deep down that things have started clicking, and you need to take action. So no one told me go in it and boom, everything exploded. You get it? So just keep on doing your day job. Don't tell everyone, don't tell anyone about what you are up to. Continue doing your day job and those things. Continue working. The moment you start progress, keep on showing up on this stream, even if you don't have data to watch the YouTube. You can even what and they can see the thing that you are doing over here is working. But just November, December has been the month that you are not getting good progress on. Like, you are not seeing consistency. But what I'm teaching over here really works. You get it? So show up. It's very hard. It's very, even if you're following, if you're having a mentor, it's going to be very hard at the initial stage. But with time, things are going to be very. So it's the trend, following the trend, making sure majority of the time frames are in your favor. If the majority of the time frames follow that this trade is, it's only a few times that if I'm following the trend, price doesn't come back again. Most of the times, price come back again. So it tells you that following the higher time, it's only about time. Okay. So, Brandon, do you have something to say? We need to, we need to the trades that we've been taking and see the common things that appears among them, so that we'll be confident to execute them next year. We need to do the back testing, a massive one. So you see, the thing is pulling back, as you said. That means you've studied this paper.
During the long session, I don't watch I'm saying.
So for it to move you to take a trade.
You understand? So when it's like 12 going then.
So with the Euro card to what's up? Are you going to be taking? I see like I'm not sure I'll take it again. No.
Yeah. Oh.
Euro card.
That's nice for me. Like I always like I analyze it with the CHF. CHF. So like when I get the setup and the clean zone and it still aligns with the USD CHF, I will go in for it.
Yeah. Because the spread too is kind of wide.
Wide down here. But just that I would take it on the firm.
On your personal account.
Yeah.
Because last week I was even surprised. Hey, like upon everything. Okay, I would say maybe the news. But you see, we traded on the news time too, so maybe I will consider the news time. So I lost 1% on this trade.
I was lucky on Wednesday. I couldn't wake up and yet. So you guys chop left.
I chop left, right, losses just 2 times on a row. I didn't do with it. By Friday, before the NFP, I saw this trade on USD, GBP USD, this one. But the timing, it was a nice breakout. I don't know whether you saw it. There was a clean zone over here. This one.
No.
10 o'clock.
Friday, I couldn't get a chance to analyze the market at all.
Because of the NFP, so I decided to. So this one.
Like ignore it.
Because Charlie, the week wasn't something nice. Okay. So let's see tomorrow if there was going to be a nice. But in case maybe USD card is showing it's giving opportunity, you can alert us too.
I'll post it here. Okay, all right. I'll let you know.
We can join you taking the profit. Take the profit alone. Hey, where is Danny? He started or what? Danny's expectations are all gone. Danny was thinking he's going to get profit to quit his job.
He's going to be like the first time now, boom, profit, second time, boom, profit.
I think he has lost. He took the Euro card too. So he has lost like back to. He has lost back to back on that account. No be easy. Hey, but like I remember those. Was it September or August, September? Hey, it was back to back
Yeah,
profit.
September.
In October
Yeah,
too.
back to back profit now.
I felt like, hey, Charlie, I'm a king.
I mean, that's when like I flipped that $20 to
Still $100.
$125.
$125.
$125, yeah. $125.
Yeah, I remember.
I was so much confident in the market that I just read like you raise 50%, 100% on the account. I was like, oh, God.
And the thing will move in your favor. And even those times it would have even been more because you were not even holding the trade for long.
For long, yeah, exactly. Yes, it's true.
It would have even been more if you are holding it for long.
So that was like the next year, I could take these trade 2 things.
Yeah, so let's see next year. Let's hope next year things will be alright because now the market is kind of very slow the year. So next year I think the market will start picking February, March there. So those are the times that so maybe
what you said about the crypto, I started it too.
You invest in the meme coins.
No. I started to like read about it. Then like they read and have more knowledge about it, like the training.
So is it you are going to invest or trade it?
I'm going to trade it.
Oh, trading, crypto trading is very volatile. So me, I would love investing. So buying the meme coins and holding it when it starts rising or this thing then.
Okay.
Because I said Trump.
But that investment looks like a long-term investment.
Oh, it depends. It can boom anytime. So you can buy a coin today and maybe tomorrow it can just take off. You don't know when it's going to take off.
Okay.
So if
when you're in drawdown, you still hold it.
When it comes to investment, you don't lose till you are out from the market. So it can just be your asset can be just be done. Even trading, you don't lose till you close the trade. If only you have you have money to hedge it or something, you don't lose till you.
Yes, I get it.
So your investment is just going to be going down, but it doesn't mean you are going to lose it.
Lose it, okay. Okay, then I think let's do it that way rather.
Yeah, but it's also risky. Sometimes some of the coins are just pump and dump. It's scam, so you need to be very careful with that side too. You have a lot of scamming things over there.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think crypto people are making money from the investment side.
Yeah.
People are really making money, especially when Bitcoin head to 100,000. Bitcoin hasn't gotten to 100,000 before. So last time it got to 100,000 when before Trump came on power. Yeah. So see, when it was ranging over here, those who bought it, imagine you bought it around this side.
This area.
Imagine you bought it. So trading the BTC USD is kind of volatile, and it demands a lot of. It's like trading gold, very volatile.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking out. Maybe I'll try to be buying those coins and see, but it's also not get rich quick scheme. It's also you have to be patient with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to be patient with it. But you need to make sure you've mastered one. So all the financial market, there are a lot of opportunities over there. Yeah, all of them, you have opportunities over there. So make sure you have mastered something. Don't be a jack of all trades, master of none. You are today, you are here, tomorrow you are here.
Yeah.
So the reason why I would say I'm now good in trading is because I didn't shift my mind in many things. But a lot of mistakes a lot of people do is the moment they hear of any shiny object, they will leave what they are doing and what move to this side. They don't
Yeah.
master one thing. So one thing I'm going to tell you, everyone, is what if you want to be successful, master one thing. Even if it's going to take you 5 years, master one thing. Master it. Let people know you like. So for me, for instance, if you
Yeah,
they
of
mention
course.
my name, back we say, oh, the guy who trades forex, like you know me as a forex trader. Today you are doing
Yeah.
crypto. Today, tomorrow you said you are doing options. Tomorrow, next day you are doing
Yeah.
futures. Like you are everywhere. You get it. So master one thing, be good at it. Then you move to different thing. Be a good at it. Like know the ins and outs. So when it comes to forex, when it comes to currencies, I'm good at it. So you see, people are trading Nasdaq. People are trading. I'm good at this thing. My currencies. You get it. I'm good at my currencies. I have my system. You get it. So if I'm moving to different thing, I've been practicing something and now I'm good at it. And that doesn't mean I'm going to stop that thing too. You get by people are
Yeah,
everywhere.
sure.
People tomorrow they will be here like everywhere. You can't tell where they are going to be the next day. So master one thing, be good at it. Let people know you of this thing. When you talk, people see value in whatever you say before you start shifting your
Yeah,
minds
that's
to
it.
different things. That's what you need to aim for, especially the young people over here. If you are in your especially if I'm going to be in, or let's say maybe if I'm the university or even the SHS, I'm going to master one thing, a digital skill. Make sure I'm going to master a digital skill. By the time you finish school, people are going to pay you for your service just for you to teach them. So master something, be good at it, know the ins and outs. Yeah, you shift your mind. Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
if there's nothing, I think I have to go to the hospital today. Okay.
All right.
All right. So see you tomorrow. Same time.
Okay.
All right. So YouTube, see you same time tomorrow. Thank you all for joining. Bye bye.